Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Time to dive into the book.
Hello, this is Jessica with On a Stack of Books, and today's video is a book tag video. And you know what you need? Ice cream and books. This tag was created by Margaret Pinard, and it has 10 prompts, and it is ice cream flavors and prompts for books to go with the ice cream flavors. And it definitely made me think and look up some books and really try to find ones that fit. But I wanted to do this tag because anybody that knows me knows that I love ice cream. So I will pass up any other dessert item, treat, and go straight for the ice cream. I love ice cream. I grew up in Burlington, Vermont, which is where Ben & Jerry's started. And there was a Ben & Jerry's factory that you could go and you could see, the ice cream being made and you could get samples. And of course, now there's stores everywhere. But I also remember it would be snowing outside and there would be little vendors for Klondike bars and you could get ice cream all the time and people eat it year round. We eat it in the winter all the time, in the snow. It doesn't matter. I love ice cream. So I was like, this tag is for me. So the first prompt is vanilla is actually a tropical orchid. Give us a book with a flower on the cover. Bonus, tell us what kind of flower. So I have Stranger Care by Sarah Sentinelis. This is one of my 50 for 50, before 50 books. And it has these beautiful flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. They're not hibiscus. They're not, but there's a bird on it. And so I'm wondering if it has like a berry that they eat or something, or if that's just the drawing. But I have not read this book. I intend to read this before I turn 50. And so this is for prompt 1. Prompt 2 is Mississippi Mud, the chocolatiest chocolate, evoking the mud of the river, shaping the southern United States. Pick a book set in the South or any country, or a story shaped by a river. And so chocolate, usually growing up, that was my go-to. Maybe mix a little vanilla, but I never did vanilla plain. Oh, okay. So this is for the prompt. I was like, what am I talking about? So this is Guilty Pleasures by Makita Brotman. This is set here in Florida, so the South. And it is a true crime murder mystery. And the man that was murdered, it was in a river. It was the Lake Seminole. Well, it's a lake. It's not a river. I had that part wrong, but set in the South and it was a body of water. So that's that one. And then prompt 3, our flavor is Swiss orange chip. And I'm going to be honest with you. I am not a sherbet person. I do not like, vanilla ice cream and orange. That is terrible for me. So Swiss orange chip. I've never heard of this flavor. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound appealing to me. And I'm sorry, Margaret, because it's her favorite flavor at SLO Maid Ice Cream. Maybe it's something different. Maybe I don't know. But it was a local place that closed long ago. Give us a book you remember from childhood, but no one else does. I'm sure everyone is going to say this because, I don't know if everybody else remembers this book or not. I read this book when I was, young. And I don't hear people talking about it, and I do plan to reread it. I need to get another copy, but Watership Down. And Watership Down is a story about bunny rabbits. But it's a great read, and I won't do it justice, but they are sort of moved out where they're living. I'm sorry. I feel like I have a hair tickling my face. They're kind of being moved out, and, so they have to go like on an adventure to find another suitable place to live. It's with any adventure, good things happen, bad things happen, but it's rabbits. Really great story. And I just remember loving it, and being very moved kind of by the storyline through the animals. So, yeah. Okay. That's driving me crazy. Okay. And then the next prompt for peppermint is proven to refresh the mind and spirit. Choose a read book, like a book I read, that was refreshingly unique. I do like peppermint ice cream. I like peppermint, but it's strong. And so I like chocolate peppermint, and I don't think I can eat a lot of it because it gets very strong. But a book that was refreshingly unique, I'm going to go with the first Ann Patchett book that I read, which is State of Wonder. There was so much happening in that book, and it was so much more than I thought it was going to be. But you've got like the wild jungle, and the scientist goes missing, and she goes to find him because she just thinks like, nobody's doing anything, and she's going to go find him, and what she encounters there and how the story unfolds. It's crazy. So, I'm going to say that one. And then number 5, Moose Tracks was a great way to get Reese's peanut butter cups without buying the candy. Show us a book that was part of a recognizable trend. I like Moose Tracks. I've had it. It's not bad. And I'm going to go with the mythological retelling. It seems like there's a lot of mythological stories right now. Maybe it's just me, but The Song of Achilles, that was a buddy read that I did with my friend Nikki at my messy bookshelf. We both really enjoyed it. It was a great book. Oh, I do have it. I was like, I don't have it anymore. I do. I'm actually saving this. Normally I get rid of my books and I put them in libraries. I'm going to save this as a teacher gift at Christmas time for, my one daughter's teachers at the school. So that's why I still have it. Okay. And then let's see. Oh, number 6 is coffee, a classic, and can be very sophisticated in its flavor profile. Name a book that was so sophisticated you doubt your understanding of it. I love coffee ice cream. I love coffee, and I love coffee ice cream. It is so refreshing. It's like an iced coffee. Like if you liked iced coffee, then you'd love coffee ice cream. And then this is one that I don't know if it was too sophisticated, but I think sometimes classics can be challenging. And Fahrenheit 451, I read. I was excited to read it. There was parts I struggled through. I did get through it, and I enjoyed it. But there were times that I was like, well, I don't know if I'm fully getting what was intended as the message. And then I even watched the movie, and the movie was just as confusing because of course they leave out things and add things. And, but yeah, so I'm going to go with Fahrenheit 451. I think my main question with that was his wife, Guy's wife. I couldn't get a good handle on her character and why she was the way she was, and how that, it was very, odd and almost distracting for me. Yeah, so we're going to go with that. And then let's see, number 7, lemon. So the only time I can think of lemon ice cream is like sherbet, lemon Italian ice. I don't know that I've had like lemon ice cream. So a lemon was probably original to China. Everything seems to be, but I always associate it with Sorrento on the southern coast of Italy. Show us a book set in a Mediterranean country. Oh, I also had Ray Bradbury 451 and I didn't show it. Okay. So here's my Mediterranean book. I picked this up in a little free library, recently, and it is set in Tuscany in 1944. So I think that fits. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know much about it. Let's see. Number 8, mint and chip. Can be green or white, but I grew up with green and it's my favorite color. Give us a book about the climate, whether fiction or nonfiction. So Breyers has a mint chocolate chip ice cream and it is white and it's like milk, sugar, cream, or, cream, sugar, mint. I think it has like 4 or 5 ingredients. It's very clean and it's delicious and I love it. And that is a really great flavor, but it has to be Breyers mint chocolate chip ice cream. So this is Hope Beneath Our Feet, Restoring Our Place in the Natural World, and it is a collection of essays. The question being, in a time of environmental crisis, how can we live right now? And I am a fan of Michael Pollan, and because I saw he had an essay included in this, I wanted to read it. During August, which it is still August, I'm having a hard time remembering what day it is right now. I am participating in Short Story Summer. And so I pulled from my shelves different short stories and different things that would be more in one sitting to read. And so I did start to read this. And I find with myself, whatever I am reading, that is what's on my brain. And so if I'm reading, a thriller, you're in the thriller mindset. If I'm reading something sad, it will, make me more emotional. If I'm reading a romance, you feel more lovey. It is because it's in your brain and it's in there. This, for some reason right now, as, the kids are back at school or just trying to get into the routine and all this kind of stuff, I felt like this was too heavy for me right now. And I just couldn't handle that on my brain. What are we going to do about the environment? So I got a couple pages in and then I had to put it down because I was like, I just can't right now. So, let's see. Number 9, Stephen Colbert's Americone Dream is one I've never tried, but I love the entertainer and think he showed great class in how he responded to his treatment by CBS. Show us a book by an author you wish was still around to entertain us. I also haven't tried that, but I feel like it's a Ben & Jerry's flavor, I think. I feel like Americone Dream or American something, I think. And I don't know of an author that is not with us anymore that I wish was still around and I'm sure there are, I just can't think of any. So I don't have an answer for that prompt. Number 10, Neapolitan is an American mix of 3 flavors. Can you name them? I mean, Neapolitan is chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, right? Like that's what Neapolitan is. Unless there's something more to it. It was actually invented while trying to improve Spumoni, the original 3-flavor ice cream brought to America by immigrants from Neapolitan. Can you name its 3 flavors? And for the tag, show us a book you loved with an immigrant storyline. So Neapolitan was, that carton, that box of ice cream that as a child, if I went to someone's house, I was like, please have the chocolate and vanilla in there. And I didn't eat the strawberry. And really just the chocolate. But I don't know if they're called something else other than that. I think that's just what it is. It's the 3 flavors, but they're just smashed side by side. And then for my immigrant storyline, I am going to go with Pachinko. And that was my buddy read with my friend Nikki at my messy bookshelf, and it was amazing. We both loved it. It was this epic tale of this family, and the main character immigrated from Korea to Japan. And so beautiful, heartbreaking, amazing, everything story. So I'm going with Pachinko. I don't have it anymore. So I had most of them, but not all of them. And then I will tag some people. This one, I was tagged by Stuart, oh gosh, where's his? I'll put his link. But I've seen other people do this tag. But like I said, I love ice cream. So I was like, I gotta do this tag. So, thank you for watching. And until next time, I will be reading.